The light-dependent reaction of photosynthesis converts light energy into a form of energy used by plant cells.
Leaves are the main light-collecting organs of plants. Inside a leaf, air pockets are located to allow gas molecules to flow through. Mesophyll cells contain chloroplasts, the organelles that perform photosynthesis. On the bottom of the leaf, stomata allows carbon dioxide to enter and oxygen to leave.
The light-dependent reaction occurs in the thylakoids, which are disc-shaped double-membrane organelles that make up the chloroplasts. Thylakoids are stacked onto grena that are suspended into stroma. The thylakoids are light energy that get continued into chemical energy in the form of ATP.
The light-dependent reaction is initiated when chlorophyll molecules inside photosystems absorb light so that the electrons are energized. In photosystem 1, the excited electrons are added to NADP+. An electron carrier form NADPH, leaving photosystem 1 oxidized. Photosystem 2 then transfers its energized electrons through an electron transport chain, allowing the electrons to be transported to photosystem 1. Energy from the electrons is used to diffuse hydrogen ions across the membrane to defy Cornt space, creating protein gradient with a higher concentration inside. Photosystem 2 is left oxidized, therefore energy from light is used to split water to oxygen and hydrogen ions to provide electrons for photosystem 2. Since the concentration of hydrogen ions is higher within the phial of Cornt space than outside the phial in the stroma, the hydrogen ions passively diffuse into the stroma through the protein ATP synthase. The energy from the electrochemical gradient is used by ATP synthase to drive phosphorylation of ADP to make ATP. The chemical energy from ATP can now be used to power the cell. Now the cow is eating and it is going to go through the process of cellular respiration.
Glucose is packed with energy, but that energy is not readily released unless energy from ATP is added. When ATP is added to the reaction, the resulting sugar molecule now has two phosphate groups, which make it less stable than before and ripe for chemical breakdown. Now, three energy reactions yield energy. In one reaction, each of the halves formed glucose is attached by a high-energy phosphate group. Each donates high-energy electrons along with protons, also called hydrogen ions, to electron carriers called NAD+. The resulting NADH molecules are high-energy electron carriers. So as this continues and more bonds from the glucose is broken, the energy released is quickly recaptured by attaching phosphate groups to molecules of ADP, capturing energy from rich ATP molecules. Two molecules of water are also produced. Now two ADP molecules take the remaining phosphate groups, forming two additional ATP molecules. Now there is a broken glucose made into two molecules of pyruvate.